This is your weekend market review for Friday, May 9th, 2025. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your weekend market review, Friday, May 9th, 2025. Hopefully you're having a great week. We know going into next week, we have, looks like China's coming to talk. Now, again, I don't think the United States is going to relent at any point. And how deep? I mean, they might go to 80% tariffs. They might pause some things, but I mean, whether you see it or not, whether you follow it in the news or not, it's really clear that China is hurting more than we are. Supposedly, most of their, not supposedly, a lot of their factories are shut off, and people who were, again, they're basically having what it's almost like revolts because, again, they're so reliant on exporting, which we're not, obviously, that people literally don't have jobs and they have all these money and they have these bills, people getting laid off. Again, the economic data from China that came out today, I'm pretty sure was completely 100% false in advance of this, I don't know, these talks. So again, what really matters to me at this point, because again, you got India and Pakistan, little skirmish on the border. I mean, a lot of that stuff to me doesn't really affect the market because, again, what part of the global economy is really affected by a border skirmish? I don't know. Probably minimal. So going into next week, next Thursday, big economic day today. Earnings are most of them, all the main ones are over. So buybacks can start again. Keep that in mind. But go check out the Stock Traders Almanac. Middle of May, right? Mid-May is usually bearish. Keep that in mind. Again, we've had a nice run up. I'm not saying we're going to dump, but also wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate, pull back some. How deep, how much, how far? That's what we'll dig into. But ultimately, I don't know. But I do know the market is, most of the big market participants are out of the market, like Buffett. There's a lot of money managers who are sitting on the sideline with cash, and the IWM short interest is huge. All it takes is a little. Again, it's like almost every dip is going to be met with buyers if the economy and the market hold up. So that's what we're going to be paying attention to. So at this rate, the worst case scenario for tariffs is pricing in. Talked about this in earnings. Only 2% of companies said they were laying people off because of tariffs. Keep that in mind. Now we've seen, let's say this economy is slowing down. That affects them 23%, but 2% in layoffs. Again, unemployment rate matters. So if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room in the description below. If you'd like to chat, click on the Calendly link. Let me know how I can help. Let's connect. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, and you've not hit me up and you're not sure what's going on and you want help, don't be a stranger. Let me know how I can help. Take a minute, click on it. Let's chat. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, I'm telling you, find you the best agent in your area. I am part of one of the elite referral networks, better than Zillow, better than anyone you might use. I promise I can find you an amazing agent. Love to help out. Also, follow, like, subscribe on Twitter, YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Again, if you'd like to donate to the channel, links description below. Again, this is all free for education. If you'd like to donate, cool. If you don't have any interest, no worries either. Not required. I appreciate all love, support, generous donations, like, subscribe, and notification bell. Again, you'll let know when the videos are coming. And again, if you have any questions about things, please consult with a financial advisor. This is all for fun and education. Check out tradingagent.com, more information around. Make sure, again, recommended reading. It's education. 3 books. That's all you need for the stock market. I'm telling you. And this is the most important one. It was written a long time ago, probably 100 years ago. Irony. The game's not the same. The game is the same. Participants are still greedy, still FOMO, still dumb, still managed by emotion or controlled. Greed. Remember we had 3 and people were like, oh, it's going to go lower. Okay. We're now in greed. Not extreme greed, so it doesn't mean you can't go higher. I would say 90% of the time I feel like the market is between neutral and greed. So to get into fear and greed, like extreme fear, very rare. I say extreme fear, rare. So I wouldn't give that much credence. Okay. We know the next Fed meeting, nothing's expected. Apologize, I'm congested here. Man, I've had like bronchitis and a sinus infection for almost 10 days. Brutal. On antibiotics. Feeling better, but the nature of the beast when you have a deviated septum. The next rate cut is probably going to be July or September. Just keep that in mind. Bitcoin. Finally, it happened to me. What did we say? Trading range until you break out. All right, once you got over 94,000, you can play it. Congrats. Now we need to take out the highs. If it can't take out the highs, then be careful. It could be a consolidation range. Oil. A lot of people are expecting oil to dump further. I'm telling you, I think the lows, the geopolitical risk, and everything that's going on in the world, production, I don't really see it going below mid 50s. Natural gas, as we talked about, due to bounce. Got the bounce. Bounce. So just know that in general, I like commodities long term. I do. And on pullbacks, you bet your sweet dreams are made of these. Yep. Dollars we talked about holding up. Again, it's still the reserve currency, whether you like it or not. Keep that in mind. TLT, I mean, it looks like it's stuck between a range. Again, you have the PPI, CPI data coming up this next week. We'll see what happens here. Because again, I mean, is it in a trading range? I mean, I think bonds make sense here. But I can be wrong. VIX, as we talked about, would get terminated. Filled the gap. You're welcome. Now what? This is where this is where the next 10 days, I mean, you got the gap fill. I mean, does it make sense that maybe chop around for a little bit? Keep an eye on it. VIX, keep an eye on this thing, right? Because if it's bottoming near term, again, I'm not expecting a huge VIX up move. But what do? You could probably, again, manage positions. I think the easiest thing to do would probably be sell covered calls and let it play out. But at this point, again, the market participants on the sideline, it just seems like it might be a balanced market unless some big news comes, which again, at this point, I don't know. We're going to budge against China. You got to hold your ground. Again, I still expect that 575 is possible if we do pop up, but you have to hold your ground. Because the more, again, whether people or not, again, I hate the politics of it because it's like the news. Again, whether you like it or not, 96% of the coverage on this administration's economic policy is negative. It's not even like remotely logical what they talk about, and they don't understand. Again, tariffs, we will make money off of this. And when the countries and the companies that are negotiating with us, they're investing money. I mean, what did England invest in? Then you had Rolls Royce. I mean, they invest in billions and billions of dollars back in the United States for manufacturing so they can manufacture and also invest in this country. Again, it's not a zero-sum game. I know prices will go up, but it's not they make it sound like it's the end of the world. There was already tons of tariffs already going on before this happened. So again, trying to rebalance it out, long term, it's not going to be that big of a deal in my opinion. And I honestly do believe that China will come to the table because they have more to lose. QQ. So watching the SPY again, upside. I apologize for that rant, but it's like the noise, man. It's just the noise of the news. If you listen to it, you would probably already have sold out at the lows, and then you'd be buying back now or high. Like that's not what we're doing. We're trying to educate you guys. So I think the near term pop would be the 570s. After that, I don't know. QQQQQ. Same kind of thing, kind of 200-day 490s. I'd be watching that. IWM. We talked about this heavily short interest, right? It's been leading up. We talked about this. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Again, I've said this and I'm on record. Take it for a grain of salt. If you go look out last 5 years, the IWM has gone nowhere. My opinion, education is that we have upside to it longer term, way more than tech, in my opinion. Again, if all that money comes back, where did it be going? DIA been holding up pretty well. I don't really care much about the DIA. Let's get into gold, right? Q2 is usually consolidation phase or pullback. At this point, Q2 is looking like the blow off top, near term, consolidation, pullback. Silver. Again, not confirming it, hence why it's hard to trust that we're going higher. GDXJ, talk about the miners. They feel like they've blown off, consolidating for now. GDX, same kind of thing. Blow off top, straight line moves after amazing moves. Due to pull back. Just keep it simple. AEM, we like this one, but again, pull back. Let them kind of chop around. AG had earnings, gap down, chopping around. This thing ain't going anywhere fast. I mean, again, I tell a lot of people, I like this stuff long term, but I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I got to just hold it. Nope. Nope. Newmont, same thing, chop around. PAAS. I mean, again, you see why I don't really care to spend much time on these things. PAAS had pretty solid earnings, so give it credit. Again, keep that in mind when you're thinking about which ones you're going to pull the trigger on. Taiwan Semi seems to be holding up pretty well. I mean, their numbers came out pretty solid. They had some reported some numbers this morning. Keep an eye on it. Again, I don't like semis long term, but also don't really, again, I can't really hate on Taiwan Semi as much. I think they will. Man, this one's a hard one to really. It went from 230 down to 135. Okay. We talk about the bounces. How big, how far? I don't know. Again, when money rotates out of tech, which it has been, will it come back? That's the thing. Keep an eye on it. We talk about like all these names were due to bounce. Micron, zoom out, like 160 down to 60. Not surprised. AMDizzle had its earnings. Again, a lot of people are like, oh, it's the guy. They're the king. They're going to be the new king. Okay, well, again, they lost their crown a long time ago. 230 down to 76. Now, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't sit here and go, well, I have to short forever. I'm going to be manage the fucking position. Watch the 100-day. That's my position on it. NVIDIA, we talked about this. When people are like, oh, it's your short of 2025. You shorting here? Nope. No, I'd be watching for, again, this 120s. Right? Like, if I'm going to short anything, that 120 plus, that would be it. Now, I know there's some talk about reconciling some of the chip stuff going globally. We'll see what happens here. I mean, that could all change. Maybe it does already priced in. Who knows? And since NSSMI, talking about blah, don't care. Intel, again, we talked about, I like this trade from 18 up into the mid 20s. Again, if they get bought out, which I think they will, it's going to be again, invest in America trade. And that's how you get into the United States semiconductor business. You buy intellectual property. AVGO, we talked about this watching. Watch this 212 area, right? Like I'm looking at going, oh man, we're pretty damn close. Like that's what's up right there. Keep an eye on it. Again, if you get over it, then it's not. But again, I like binary trade algorithms, meaning like it's very simple. You get here, you reject, easy. If you get over it, it's long. It's very simple. SMH, which has been holding up pretty darn well. Keep an eye on it either way. Adobe, let's get into some of these other tech names. We talked about this bouncing from the 340s. Congrats. Near term, I don't know. Well, just keep an eye on it. Apple, this one I've been trading around this range down here. I expect, honestly, a little more upside. But maybe something's going on. Again, I don't personally believe in like longer term knowing for sure how this is going to hold up again. They're like, you don't know. I know they're going to do their big buyback. I know they're going to try to play games. But again, this company, its growth rate and what its potential, I just don't really see it. Not to say that's going down, but it's going to be a trading vehicle that might just play games between levels. And at this point, I mean, you got to like that 195 blue box. But if it fails, I wouldn't be surprised either. Again, Apple has, again, a lot of geopolitical risk with the tariff stuff. And again, countries can do what they want. Amazon seems to be chopping around. Keep an eye on it. Meta, I've been playing this one, another one. And it seems to be dropping when there's news of China stuff. Because it's like, okay, so TikTok is really going to be competition. I mean, it's always been competition. So, I don't know. I like that 587, 585. I don't know. I'm just taking notes because, again, I think if it gets there and the market holds up, it could be a bounce. CRM is another one. It's been popping off the bottom. Keep an eye on it. Guggenheim, I mean, they're losing strength to AI. I mean, again, AI is a pretty good search engine, in my opinion. Right? Right? That's a tough one, baby. I don't know. I personally don't know, man. I look at this and I go, man, that just doesn't look good. If you think of the bull market's again, I mean, this is the thing. When the sector is done, the run is over. I mean, zoom out, and the run is over. It can be a big down move. I mean, this wouldn't be the first or the last time this happens for Google. I mean, no long interest. Microsoft holding up pretty well, but again, same thing, kind of choppy action. NDAQ, again, I personally believe that Nasdaq will not be the future exchange of where most of the stocks will be volume trading. It's going to be other stock indexes, right? Commodities, small caps, mid caps. MicroStrategy, congratulations. Again, we talked about if you got over this 340 area, do not be surprised if it gets up into the 450. Again, that's where it would make sense if Bitcoin's going to take out the highs or even retest the highs. So again, NFLX seems to be, this one might be a little rolling top, y'all. Now, no one's saying this is going to be like some monster dumper, but it could be. Right? Like this could be a rolling top. So look at this, like zoom out, right? It's gone nuts, right? Gone nuts, right? We all agree with that. You pull back and then you straight line move to new highs. And you double top. I don't see huge volume, but I do feel like you've got exhaustion. That's what I keep an eye on. Again, this is where it gets so hard, volume price analysis. Like when you break out, like you want to see more volume. Like the volume starts dying. Volume is conviction. Keep an eye on it. Roblox, this one's been holding up pretty well. Crowd, this one popped, dropped, chopped on some earnings stuff. PanW, again, I like these names on pullbacks. Keep an eye on them. I don't think it matters that CrowdStrike cutting some of their sales force, whatever. Tesla, you're welcome. We said it was just a matter of time. As long as it was holding the range lows, it did. Again, I'm not a really big fan of the close, but I mean, I'd be watching Tesla on pullbacks. Seems to be running maybe potentially into June when they do cyber cars or whatever. Cyber cabs. Whatever, I don't even probably saying it incorrectly. But anyway, keep an eye on it. Again, it's acting right. Palantir, double top for earnings. We'll see. Again, this one's been on fire. Insight, I like this one, right? To get bought out at some point. Keep an eye on it. HIMS, huge short interest seems to be popping. Also, it could be a left-right combo with that doji. Again, I don't know, man. It's got a huge short interest, but I also know the business in itself is not really that, like, it's not a moat, man. It's not really that protected. Keep an eye on it. Baba, I know folks who like Baba. It's had a nice run. Not to say that it can't go higher, but they have earnings on Thursday, and I would not be surprised if it pulled back, especially if the China America stuff doesn't go as well as people hope. McDonald's, tough one, right? It looks like it's going to go. It's just been consolidating. Starbucks, I kind of like it down here, but I'd like to, I'm not really there yet. Right, I'd be watching Starbucks around 75. Not to say that it can't bottom here. Or it hasn't, but it looks pretty. I don't know. Let me just put an alarm. I'll put here 176. Keep an eye on that. Again, we talked about shorting up here. Now you got a bottom potentially. Airbnb. This one's been holding up pretty well post earnings. Again, the world's ending. A lot of these stocks don't seem like it. Coinbase had earnings. I don't trust one because it broke the down uptrend. You can see that in that blue bar. It's just been consolidating under it. DKNG, they had earnings. Again, I don't really, I'm not surprised it bounced. We talk about it bounce, but I don't really think people are going to be gambling in this economy. That's my opinion right now, at least. Costco seems to be holding here around the 1,000 level. Keep an eye on it. FedEx, I like FedEx on pullbacks. That was going to break out. Didn't really do it. Maybe it fills the gap. I don't know. Keep an eye on it. I honestly think it looks good in that it's bottom. It's another, if it's basically playing, it looks like the SPY kind of. XLF been holding up. Again, I'd be a little, you got these little baby gaps up here, and every time you baby gap and you really don't follow through, it just kind of makes me a little nervous that this could be a time where you get, okay, let's run it now. I guess you could say, you could also argue it's always going new lows, but you also could argue here like it's due for a little pullback, right? And if that was the case, okay, well, which fib would it be? Right? That's your guess as good as mine. Hood, again, we like Hood on pullbacks. Seems to be holding up pretty damn well, way better. Look at the relative strength versus the market. JP Morgan, right? Not really, it seems to be stuck here. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say short it, but I'm also not going to say I'd really trust the longs near term. I'd rather let some time pass. Morgan Stanley, same kind of thing. Bank of America, right? Same kind of thing. They all look like they're overbought. But we'll see what happens. Goldman Snacks seems to be chopping around. Carry. Again, I know a lot of people who think like this is going to imminent dump, but it seems to be holding up. XBI, this is where, we talk about junior bios. Is the worst priced in? I mean, these things have gotten absolutely hammered. I mean, I like the XBI if it gets back to 70. Just my opinion. Jets. Benny in the Jets. Man, my voice sucks. Holding up pretty well. Watch the 200-day. XHB again. Housing market is sucking right now. But this index looks like it's bottomed. And again, remember, usually the actual sectors bottom before the news bottoms, right? Commodity names, we love them, right? Dow, we talked about this. Watch the 20-day. Seems to be a pretty good spot for it. Praise be. CE here was on that, like another commodity name. Nice little pop up on earnings and keeps running. Caterpillar seems to be holding, right? Pretty well. Again, it might be a little nervous here. Deere has earnings coming up. Keep an eye on this one, right? It's been on fire. Nucor, I mean, we talk about the steel names. I like them. I mean, man, new at 110 to 115 at the 20-day. I kind of like it, right? X, we know it's going to get bought out. It's just a matter of when and who. And we talked about this one. Broke the channel. That's looking real strong, y'all. VALE seems to be holding up pretty well. Chopping around here on the 100-day. Arrow gapped up on earnings. Talked about the multi-day range. It looks pretty damn good in my opinion. If you bought down here around the channel lows, I personally think it's going higher. I've got some July calls on this. Feeling pretty good about it. I got about 100 of them. Got them for basically nothing. So FQVLF channeling, right? 10 to 15 range. SCCO, again, I like copper. Gold's holding up. Copper will too. FCX, same kind of thing, right? Looking pretty strong. URNJ, we talked about this one, y'all. Channel low. Now you're up here. I mean, bought a ton of calls of this at the low, outperforming. If it doesn't consolidate here, even better. Again, I July on this. I'm not surprised. Keep an eye on this, right? Like any weakness. Looks good, man. Again, this could get going. CCJ, we talked about the 36 area. Congrats. CF, we like ag names a lot. Seem to be holding up really well. Mosaic. But again, if the market pulls back, could these kind of go sideways? Look at Mosaic, dude. Post earnings. This is pow. Looking real good. Again, we talked about these were consolidating chop bottoms. You're welcome. SQM, put that one on your, I mean, that's another one that's on the list, right? I'd like this one if this is consolidating and it's about to go. Keep that on your list. NTR, another one, right? Been holding up really well. AA, you gotta like AA here. Talked about this due to bounce. They all look good, man. But again, if the market pulls back, don't be surprised if they get a little weakness. Kalu, been nice. MP, again, if the China stuff kind of backs off, rare earth metals for the United States, I mean, this one was pricing in. We'll see what happens. Cliff is an interesting one, right? It had it earnings and dropped. Is that a double bottom? I mean, you know the formation. Solar, we talked about even due to solar, due to bounce, right? Nice pop. Oil popping, Sedge popping. Man, look at those names. Damn, that's a pretty damn move. Again, I have no plays on them. ENPH, same thing. We talked about First Solar at the 120s. Congrats. Looking pretty good. HYG, kind of watching today. Corporate debt seems to be slopping around here. I might be a little nervous. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like the market near term might be a little bit choppy and sloppy. Might have one more move in it. USO, keep an eye on it. UNG, I hate this product, but again, it's due to bounce. Some natural gas does. KOLD, if you shorted this one in the 30 area, hot diggity damn, looks good. XOP, right? We talked about this. Oh, oil's going to go into the dirt. Well, why are the oil service names making new highs off the lows? Booyaka shao, right? Because I know people who bought the Gush in the 15 range, looking pretty good. MPC, we talked about how like the gasoline names should top first. They seem okay. Valero seems okay, right? Like keep an eye on it. ExxonMobil, this one was about to break out a couple weeks ago, chopping around. BP, we talked about, man, this is a nice gift down here. Seems to be holding off. If you bought it in the 25s, heck yeah. Occidental, again, there's another one we talked. Buffett. Buffett ain't playing around. Watch the 30s. Not coming back probably. I mean, a lot of the names, Devon, Apache, they all look like they bottomed. It's just waiting. Like oil names on pullbacks. That's what I'd be looking at. Because I'm assuming any trade deal is going to involve us doing some exportating, right? CVE, we talk, man, look at that. Whoa. Nice. Little head and shoulders there. Man, over the 50-day. That looks pretty damn good. Looking pretty good. EQT, we talked about this one potentially breaking out at some point. Consolidating at the highs. Man, you're making almost new 52-week highs. Bullish. See what's leading up here? It ain't fucking Apple. Flex LNG, last but not least. Talked about this, holding the channel lows, rallying. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Telling you a lot of these names, it's oil, gas, materials. Again, I like gold in future quarters, not necessarily right now. But again, I think the commodity game is where it's at, y'all. Just that's what I think. And then again, it's do your due diligence, speak to a financial advisor for education. This is a recurring pattern though and theme that we've seen before when money rotates. If money is leaving big tech, it's got to find a home. Money is not destroyed, it rotates. All right, you have a wonderful evening. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.